So let's go ahead and set up that start delay. So it's going to be a node under our UI here, but we're going to make it its own separate scene. So let's create a new scene here. This is going to be a user interface, a control. We're going to name this UI start delay. And under that, let's add a center container. So let's stretch that to full rect. And whenever we do that, let's make sure that we change the mouse filter to ignore. And then under this, we're going to have a label. And it's going to start saying ready. And we can add a theme to this as well, so it affects that label. There we go. Also under here, let's add an animation player. Add that up at the top. And access that as a unique name. And we can go ahead and save this under UI start delay. That's good. And add a script here. So in here, let's drag and drop this in as an onReady var and statically type it as an animation player. And we'll have a function here, play start delay. So we'll just do animation player dot play start delay. So let's create that animation. So with the animation tab here, let's create a new animation, start delay. So for this, let's have our label here. And let's keyframe this text at the start. This is going to be a 4-second animation. So at the 0 frame, or at the 0-second mark here, we will keyframe this. And you can create a ready track. That's fine. Let's have the nearest snapping to 1 second. Let's have it 0.5 seconds here. Let's come to the 1.5 second mark. And we will insert a new key here. And this is going to say set. And let's come to the 3-second mark, add another keyframe here, and this will say go. It'll say ready, set, go. And let's come back to 0 seconds here and click on our label and look for the visible flag here. Where is visible? I'll just search it here, visible. There it is. Keyframe that. And then we'll come to 4 seconds here and we will turn visible false and keyframe that. Also, we're not doing audio quite yet, but we'll go ahead and set up audio on this scene. So let's have an audio stream player here. And this is going to use the countdown audio sound effect. So let's drag and drop that in. Click on the audio stream. Oh, get rid of our search parameter there and drag and drop that into the stream. And so whenever the text changes, we will also have that audio stream player play. So with 0 on the timeline, let's call a method on the audio stream player and insert a key. We will play. And we'll come to 1.5 seconds, insert a key, play, and 3 seconds, insert a key, play. Okay, so that's all we need. To set up this start delay UI. Let's go back to our UI here, and we will instantiate a child scene, our UI start delay. Okay. So how are we going to play this start delay, and when do we want to play this start delay? So we want to play this start delay right at the start of the game. So let's access this as a unique name and drag and drop it in here. And this is going to be a control. And so down here we can do UI start delay dot play start delay. So let's come into the ready or the process function here. We're not going to use delta, so we can put an underscore there. So we're going to say if game manager dot start delay timer dot is stopped, then we will update time game manager dot game timer dot time left. So this will when our start delay timer is over, then it will start updating our game time. So let's test that out. So we have Frogger, we have the if game manager dot start delay is true, then we're just going to return, so we shouldn't be able to move. And right when we start the game, it's going to play that start delay timer. And also, when a level is complete, I believe we want to start that as well. So let's come down here on the UI script to on level complete, and let's do this. Let's do var time left is equal to an int of the game manager dot game timer dot time left, and we'll do game manager dot update score time left times 20. So for each second that's left on the game time timer, we will add 20 points. And so here we can do update time with the game manager dot game timer dot wait time. And we can do UI start delay dot play start delay. So that'll play the start delay each time that the level is complete. And while we're at it, when we're for on game over, we can do update time game manager dot game timer dot wait time, and then we can do UI start delay play start delay. There we go. So let's test this out. And the start delay didn't play. So we would play start delay here, animation player dot play start delay. You know what? We didn't add our UI to our game. Let's come to our game scene here and add that UI in. put it at the top. Okay, now we have the UI in there, so should see something here. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Let me come to the UI start delay. Let me turn down the volume dB here. That seemed pretty loud to me. Okay, can't move. Our timer's working. The scores aren't working yet. And the lives aren't changing yet. So let's work on those next. Let's come back to our UI script here. So on score changed. Let's do update score with that score. On high score changed. Let's do update high score with the high score. And on lives changed. Update lives, the lives. And also when Frogger dies, we're going to need to come in here to die. And at the top, let's call game manager dot update lives -1. Also, while we're here in Frogger, whenever Frogger moves up on the screen, we want to give him 10 points. So under move up here, let's do game manager dot update score 10. And then so they can't just cheat the system and just move up and down constantly. We'll do game manager dot update score -10 whenever he moves down. Okay. So let's test that out. Let's see if our UI is updating, and it's not quite yet. It looks like it is. Let's die, and we lose a life. We lose another life, we lose another life, and then the game resets. But right at the start, it's not updating our UI. So let's come to our UI here, and in the ready function, right when the game starts, we'll call update score with the game manager score. Call update high score with the game manager high score. We'll call update lives game manager lives, and we'll call update time with the game manager game timer wait time. So now when we load in, all of these are initialized, and we have our high score loading in from our save file already. Go in, we lose life, we lose life. See if we can beat the high score real quick and die, and then our high score resets. And I think that said 90, and then it reset our high score to 110. Was that right? Did I see that right? $120, $130, $140. No, it's setting right. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking when we come into the lily pad, we want to score some points as well. So when we enter a lily pad, we will do game manager dot update score. We'll give them 50 points for hitting a lily pad, and we'll also call game manager dot update lily pads 1. So now we'll be able to actually win the game too, because if we score 5 lily pads, then the level will be complete and the game should reset. So to test that out, let's actually come to update lily pads here, and we'll change this to 2. So we only have to score 2 lily pads to test this out. Let's just make sure that's working as well. Let's get across here. Score a lily pad. We reset. Oh, come on. Get across here. And boom. And the lily pads didn't reset. So let's fix that. Let's go back to lily pad here. And let's come into the ready function and let's connect to these signals here. So events.levelComplete.connect on level complete and events.gameover connect to on game over. And let's create those functions down here. So let's have a function for resetting the lily pad. So function reset. Set is occupied equal to false. And we'll set that Frogger sprite 2d.visible back to false. So when a level is complete, we want to reset the lily pads. And when the game is over, we want to reset those lily pads as well. Let's go ahead and test that out. And we can't move during the start delay. That's good. There we go. We got one frog. Almost got there. All right. We score. And this frog did not reset. It's interesting. Let me figure out why that's happening. Okay, I figured it out. So we were calling update lily pads and update score here, and then afterwards we were setting the Frogger sprite visible equals true. So the game manager was noticing that the level was complete and calling that signal first, and then all those signal connections were being called, and then it was coming back here and then setting visible equal to true afterwards. So these need to be above this. So we set it to visible, then we update the lily pads, and then the game can determine whether we won the level or not. So this is already set to true, and then it's not going to conflict with that. So yeah, order of operation is very important. If you're ever having problems like that, you need to look at, you might have the correct code, you just might have it in the wrong order. So we definitely want to be calling update lily pads at the end here and not before we set any of these here. So that's working nicely now. I think we're most of the way there. I think just let's add some sound effects next.